Our dear humans, we ask you to release your habit of time and space so that you can imagine that you are in the now with us, your Arcturian family. Please take a moment to do so. Take a long, slow, deep breath and allow your mind to flow into your imagination and your heart to open to the unconditional love of the higher realms. Breathe in the multidimensional light. Hold it in your heart and allow it to circulate through your earth vessel. Breathe out that multidimensional love to all that is, and relax. As you relax into your fifth-dimensional consciousness, feel how your earth vessel begins to blur into its environment. This blurring sensation is your light body peeking beyond the limitations of your clay vessel. Imagine now that your earth vessel is similar to a cave. Your consciousness has had to hide in that cave in order to find protection from a hostile world. Imagine yourself in a life in which you lived in a cave for protection. Do you feel how the body was primitive and dense? Now, we ask you to again imagine that you are finding the courage to step out of that cave. As you step out of that dark cave, you realize that your primitive body begins to evolve. First, you stand up straight, and then you begin to think about your reality instead of only thinking about what to eat, where is danger, and who can you mate with. When you begin to think about your reality rather than how to survive your reality, a curiosity and imagination begins to take hold in your consciousness. It is then that you awaken your imagination and you begin to have ideas of what you can do and who you can be. You are all coming out of that cave right now. As you step out of your cave, your body begins to change. As your body changes, you begin to perceive reality in a new way. The hostile planet that once surrounded you is less hostile, for you are seeing it with new eyes. You are no longer a victim to the whims of others, because your connection to your multidimensional self constantly reminds you that you are the creator of your reality. In the same way, you are the creator of your body. Just as your world changes when your perceptions change, your earth vessel changes when your perceptions of yourself change. When you see yourself as just a human, your body becomes a clay vessel that grows older and is vulnerable to harm and illness. On the other hand, when you think of yourself as the light of spirit, the concept of your body moves beyond the limits of a clay vessel and encompasses your ever-expanding aura. Then, when you perceive that yourself includes your aura, you are suddenly much bigger. You may not be aware that your size changes with your state of consciousness. But when you are in your fifth-dimensional state of consciousness, you fill the room. You are united with everything and everyone in that room. You feel everything and everyone in that room as yourself. In this expanded state of consciousness, You perceive reality as it appears in the fifth dimension and beyond. To further explore yourself as the entire room, feel, how does it be to be a chair, a desk, a plant, the ceiling, the computer, or a piece of paper you may be reading? We suggest that you light some candles, drink some water, feel the breeze, and walk barefoot on the earth. In this manner, you can experience being the element of fire, being the element of water, being the element of air, and being the element of earth. Once you are fully bonded with your third dimensional elements, you can ask them to assist you to unite with your higher dimensional elementals that flow into and through your body. With this higher dimensional boost, you can easily calibrate your consciousness to the fifth dimensional frequency of reality. We suggest that you also do this exercise with others. Then you can share being the elements of earth, air, fire, and water, while you also experience being with others who are experiencing their earth, air, fire, and water. You do not need to be physically together, as it is the connection of your multidimensional consciousness that is important. Therefore, you can communicate through whatever device is necessary, as long as you remember to align your consciousness with your own multidimensional consciousness and with the unity consciousness of yourself and with those whom you are sharing this experience. When you deeply experience the elemental of other humans, you unite with the elementals of yourself. Once you unite with humans via their elements of earth, air, fire, and water, you become united with them and yourself on a cellular level. This cellular level creates deep unity consciousness and a deep bond and sense of security. All humanity was once linked in this manner, but as the world became increasingly hostile, humans began to find their own separate safety. Since separation creates fear, you began to perceive Earth as a hostile planet. Just as separation creates fear, fear creates separation, and humans increasingly felt separate from their environment and from each other. Fear also made them want to hide. Then many of our dear grounded ones found it necessary to hide their true expanded self for millennia in order to survive their life on a hostile planet. Now, our beloved ones, it is safe for you to remember that you are the planet, and planet Earth is you. You share earth, air, fire, and water with the planet and with all of the planetary inhabitants. As more and more of you awaken to this truth, you will remember that limitation and separation is just a third dimensional illusion. Wonderfully, as each of you expand your consciousness into your multidimensional self, you will share your experience via your unity consciousness. Please remember that unity consciousness is innate. It does not need to be learned or even remembered. You are all united on a cellular level via your planetary earth, air, fire, and water. As the cellular structure of one person remembers to expand into his or her innate fifth-dimensional expression, that sends out a wave of unity consciousness to every cell of every inhabitant of Earth, including dear Gaia herself. In fact, just one cell will not make much of an impact. However, as this process progresses, it begins to expand in an exponential manner. Thus, one cell shares with 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, and on and on. In this manner, all life will begin to consciously experience their fifth-dimensional expression of self. Once the threshold into the fifth-dimensional light body is crossed, time and space are extinct concepts. At this point, there is only here, there is only now. In the higher worlds of now, you are always here. There is only now of the unconditional love, which infinitely flows via the multidimensional light of the constant messages from the One. This multidimensional light, which includes all dimensions, is constantly caressing you on a cellular level to guide you home to the now of the One. When you live within this now, you remember that there is no specific time for ascension, nor is there an assigned place to which you will travel. Ascension is a process of returning home to your true multidimensional self, who is infinitely here now.